Let's talk about increasing and decreasing functions. A function is increasing on an open interval if f of b is greater than f of a whenever b is greater than a. And so we've set our points. We're going to define our points b to be greater than a all the time. We just need to look and see if the function evaluated at b is greater than the function evaluated at a. Similarly, this means that a function is decreasing if f of b is less than f of a whenever b is greater than a, once again. What that looks like on a graph is if we have 2 points, let's say a and b, if our function is bigger at b than at a, then this is an increasing function, and if the function evaluated at b is smaller than f of a, then it is a decreasing function. How does this relate to the average rate of change? Well, anytime a function is increasing, that means the average rate of change is positive, and the function is decreasing if the average rate of change is negative. So let's determine where the following function is increasing and decreasing. This is a quartic function, a fourth degree polynomial, and we can just look at the points where the function evaluated at some point b, let's say this point here, is lower than at some point a when b is greater than a. Now the tricky thing about this is we don't want to pick a specific a and b. We want to look for the range of values a and b where b is lower than a. And so as we move in from left to right here, we can see that we are moving down, down, down this function. This function is decreasing because each point to the right on this red arrow that I've drawn is smaller than any point to the left of it. So we can say that this function is decreasing, assuming this trend continues, from minus infinity up to 1. Well, notice that we're only looking at the x, or in this case the t values, the horizontal values, when we're talking about where a function is increasing and decreasing, not the y values. We wouldn't say this is decreasing from 4 to -1 or something like that. That means this function is increasing. Well, let's see where the function is going up. If we start at 1 and we start increasing, looking again just at the x values, it looks like this is increasing from 1 up to 3. And we can also see that it's increasing from 4, and if this trend continues, up to infinity. And that means that there's only one segment that we haven't looked at yet, this one here between 3 and 4, and we can see that on the right the function is smaller than on the left. That tells us this is decreasing on that interval, and so we can write that in. It's decreasing from 3 to 4. And remember, we can write this in interval notation or in whatever other notation we want.